Hello and welcome to the Blobber Plays Pyre. Boop. I don't know a lot about this, aside from that it's from a well-respected group of people. They made Transistor and Bastion and this. Most of those are well-received. It was on sale for like $5. I figured, why not? Sure. Space to move quicker? I like subtitles. No, I don't think we need aim assist. Let's hope we don't need aim assist. Maybe I'm meant to be doing something? Yes, I'm meant to be clicking. Okay. It's not cutscene. Your days in the downside, a vast purgatory in which the Commonwealth casts its conflicts and its enemies. None have been known to return from the Forsaken Land, brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. Three shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. See? Right on schedule. What did I tell you? Looks like the game could be a little bit quieter for you guys. There we go. Maybe even a little bit more. You told us we would find somebody alive. Someday. I said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess, but don't be glum. You know I'd see you frowning. You know that I see you frowning underneath the mask. It looks like he's breathing. The Mask Wanderers assume that you are male. Yeah, we're a boy. Professor Oak is asking us, are you a boy or a girl? It seems he still is. Stand aside. I shall send him to a better place. He's a he? Can you people just tell? He has markings on his rags. I think he's one of them. But look at him, he's beyond our help. And we are beyond his. Broken, shaking, starving, diseased. Good luck with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon. The day grows dim. We have at best an hour. I won't be long. As the others leave, the man turns towards you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. I don't care who you are or what you did, none of it matters. All of us are equal. You are parched and he gives you a drink. You ache and he binds your wounds. You hunger and he gives you food. Little by little it helps. There, turns out you're tougher than you look. My name is Hedwin. Come on. You sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals. A proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups, founded on the principles of mercy and kinship, whose exact meanings evolved through many centuries. Criminals through alabaster streets. He beckons you to enter the wagon. Okay. The weather-beaten wagon is much messier inside. You see the masked woman and a talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasp on her mask. You may call me Jadariel, the most imposing of the Mask Wanderers. And as for myself, this one struggles with its mask. Jadariel soon assists them. Oh! That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Rookie Greentail. And he has a mustachio. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman motions to the others, glancing at you, sidelong as she speaks. Can he do it? I hope so, I haven't asked yet. What? What are you waiting for? Hey, chum, nice meeting you and all, but tell us, do you know how to read? I guess we'll say the truth. You confirm their suspicions. There's no trying to hide it. Well then, glory days, because it so happens my associates and I have gotten some nice material here for someone like you. Reader, you live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of the books back there. Tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, friend. Have a look at the book. You pick up one of the old and heavy tomes, bound in materials that you do not recognize. A formal welcome, undersigned by the 8 scribes, you, dear reader, an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rites. That you possess it and have the capacity to glean its words is testament enough to your potential. We reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming in glory. The stars themselves will be your guide. Ere the turning of the year's first solace, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8, as they align as shown. Seek the nearest longitude. So latitude is fatitude and goes around. Longitude is up, down. Seek, so try and align yourself east-west with the brightest of the 8 once they look like this. Arrive at the triumvirate clad in the raiments of the rites, bearing the book. Or leash the voice that tells you more? I can't actually read that. Or leash? Or lick? Oblige. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as Hedwyn gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? Then your vision starts to fade and blur, your body weakens and gives out. Reader!
Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So
Bless me!
Soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself.
Thank you, Duchy.
Someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rites. The one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
It worked. It's true. But what now? And where did the reader go? He should be out there. We have to put our faith in them. He could abandon us, but he won't. You look upon the 3 of them from beyond as Hedwyn calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. Focus your mental faculties to do as Hedwyn asked.
Celestial orb.
Use left mouse to approach the celestial orb.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they...
Sec. Let me move the controls to somewhere where I'll be able to see them continually. Yeah.
must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves.
Press space to pass. Okay, so Chonky Girl is slower.
The three must act as one.
And the little guy is fastest. Sprint? Okay, little guy has extra run.
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified. Yes, the exiled rookie has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time. His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites, you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours. The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you. Cast your aura like a stone. Correctly.
Ah!
Again. Just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you.
Although I feel like I've been tricked into playing sports ball.
The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump. Leap with all your strength. Thus sails the orb into the waiting flame.
Rookie has returned.
Snuff out the adversary's pyre whilst yours yet burns.
Ow.
Such fervor.
Ow.
Their flame has died a little.
Ah, I can't use the dodge thing while we're out of sprinty sprint. Fair enough.
Spectacularly done. The rite is complete. There, dear reader. Now you understand. Or do you? This was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead. I would tell you to turn back, cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
During the rites, only one exile is permitted to move at any given time. The three must act as one. The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That is our way out. Now we follow the stars? Supposedly. Reader, let us regard the night. And Jadariel leads you outside where the clear night sky awaits. Show us, before the howlers catch our sights, where shall the rites commence? "200 leagues east, the Ridge of Goal. According to the stars, the next rite will soon commence there. The fossils remain of the serpent titan slain by Gaul, Golthanian, yet loom over those living in its shadow. Great, and we're supposed to be there when? Soon, according to the stars. We should be able to arrive if we make haste. We best get started. This ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody? Jadariel turns to you. Do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is, nice to have you aboard, chum. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom, the rights are the key. It's a lot to take in. Your exiles wait you in the wagon. The Reader. Begin your campaign for freedom. Achievement unlocked. Downside Prairie. It's very Oklahoma. You arrive in Downside Prairie where the road ahead is forked. There is a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. We should take the northern pass. I've got an associate holed up in Hollow Route. The northern route goes through a small exile encampment. Every so often, tempests come and scour the huts and hovels, but they always crop back up. And I'd like to pay a visit besides. Fi on your associate. We best head to Bloomingpool. The southern route goes through a humid area. Nope, humid, absolutely not, with hot springs, and avoid attention. And get stuck in a bog while we're at it. The dispute continues as Hedwin listens for a while. What if the Reader settles it? He marks the way we get there. If the rites are meant to test our faith, well, then we best learn to trust the Reader's instincts. No second guessing them. Can we all live with that? Yeah, sure, if necessary. Then it's settled. Point the way, the stars guide us. I choose not humidity. Give me dry heat or give me death. As you pass through a squalid little area, you hear boisterous voices coming from what look to be a public house. Aruki stumbles forth, holding something in its paws. Oh, hey chum, just wrapping up a real important exchange back there. Hang on to this for me, will you? We'll have to drop it off if we go further north. You receive a plain parcel, can be sold at the slug market. You can't tell what's inside. Yeah, we're almost at the big dragon thing. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Gold. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. You've reached the Celestial Landmark. Now to get everything and everyone prepared. Okay, sports ball time? As the darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the riots. The preparations are set. I keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots. If we've travelled all this way for nothing, I don't think we did though, look up. The goal of each rite is to extinguish the adversary's pyre using the celestial orb that falls from the sky.
Reader, the stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Gold at the appointed time.
This is maybe a little over the top.
Is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
The stars are aligned and the pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others clad in the raiments, your adversaries in these rites. Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still, we have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, the Nightwings grace us with their presence. I see the reports of your demise have been exaggerated. Even I was beginning to think you had gone for. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold who unfastened his mask. Surprised to see old Lendl again? I trust you remember my face. You must have assumed never to see it again after last time. Never had I come so close to freedom only for my hopes to be dashed. Now I and the accusers shall repay that affront. He puts his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. It is time. From the shadows you clutch at the Book of Rights and focus on the task at hand.
Begin! 'Twas the first banishment. Accusers banished to the last.
Aw, boo. Zoom.
Have the accusers underestimated you? Now.
Zoom. I do not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, stand your ground, let your auras boil and
It
rage.
seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We've rattled them, they mean to draw us out. Then we'll have to run circles around them.
Have you
Hold
any
right
idea
to
what
fling.
that Lendl did to deserve his exile?
But I don't want to.
A daring display. Flinging the orb into the flames like that. You
Okay.
elude banishment using such tricks. Good.
Zoom.
The orb. Sublime. A nearly negligible effort. My. And it is done. You have prevailed.
Untouched flame. Prevail without your pyre taking damage. Achievement unlocked. So, flawless victory. Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness. And when next we meet, you will rue the day you crossed us.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. The exiled Jodariel has gained enlightenment.
We have withstood
Only the
worse
enlightened
nights than
can
this,
regain their
though few as strange. Okay. She has a taunt? Ooh, she can kill them with the sphere. Yeah, I like the idea of working towards killing with the sphere. What do you want, game? After the riots, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon in the still night sky, you see a single star burning brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. Well, my friends, what can I say? The riots are real and we are in them. The Getting Out of Here Club. Next up on the agenda, chasing stars until we're free. Until we're free. Here, here. Sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendl back there. And guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Hedwyn turns to you. Come, walk with me, while the stars are still out. You and Hedwyn walk in silence for a time before he speaks up. You have questions? Come, ask away. We need you in this long haul. Where did you get the wagon? How he and his companions managed to come into possession of the wagon? What happened to its former owners? He maintains eye contact and his smile. A good question, my friend. You're going to have a lot of time to discuss that and many other things. Read the stars for us again and I'll tell you about it on the way. You sense he speaks the truth as he beckons toward the fading dark above. Okay, you have to pick the brightest of the current. That is a long way north and west. We'll see if the old wagon is up for it. He turns to the others. How's it going, rookie? Imps fed, wheels clean. Status Jody. No sign of howlers. Everything is secure. Then get some rest. We're headed for the Spring of Jorma. The Alpha Chief hoped bathing here would cure his ailments, but it only made him itch. At dawn, we are off. Jamua Valley. Rainbow sand? The climate is hot and uncomfortable. We have a stowaway. Home? Can we go home? She must have latched onto the undercarriage as you crossed the ridge. Her manner is odd, though you sense she means no harm. She must have heard some of your conversations. You need but say the word, Hedwyn. You can't be serious, Jody. It's just a kid. She managed to climb aboard our wagon undetected, but still. Do it, Jody. And Jadariel approaches the girl, looming over her. Listen to me. We cannot guarantee that we will get you home, or any one of us. But at present, we do have room for you and adequate provisions. You may accompany us for a time. We need to actually lower that a bit more. They do have a style. Jadariel leaves. G'day, Sinaj. Without awaiting a response. And actually, I need to lower my own volume as well, not just your volume, so give me a sec. Maybe like 70%? Even less, please. Less. That's better. So now you guys need more volume again. Really, you are so kind. To someone you just met, like me, may the 8 scribes smile upon you. She claps her hands, bursting into laughter, and performs some sort of dance. Ruki stares at all of this, then leans in close to Hedwyn. So, what gives? First the reader, now her. We're going to take in every mite-bitten drive imp we find now. Easy, Ruki. I think he'd want us to bring this one along. Who? Sandalwood? The name of some mysterious informant. I thought you said he asked us to find someone to fit in every type of mask. Near as I can tell, yours would fit her just fine. He asked that we use our best judgment. Besides, we send her away, she'll go telling everyone she finds about us, and we can't risk that. We're an audio adjust stream now. Well, I can't be going deaf, Sunaj. I can come in. It's very hot, and I'm a little thirsty. And a little tired, too. You're welcome here with us. One question, though. What do we call you? This is embarrassing, but I don't think I know. Back home, they called me a lot of names, like for the color of my hair. They made fun of you because you're got grey hair? That's it. My name, it rhymes with grey. It may have been... they called me so many names. You sense the girl is struggling to recollect a certain name that best suited her. May, Kay, Faye, Day, Zay, Shay, Ray. Consider other possibilities. Lay, Che, Nay, Tay, Zay, Gay, Bay. Is she our bae? She can be our bae. You suggest that the stowaway's name is Bae. That's it. That's my name. Where I'm from, they call me Bae the Bloodless. A young vagabond girl with an odd manner and an unshakable sense of curiosity. I guess maybe you don't have to say that part, because I didn't particularly like it. Your fellow exiles decide to bring Bae along. For now, she collapses from exhaustion. If it's all... It probably is made to rhyme, right? You take her in and show her somewhere that she can rest. Well, rhyme. Have assonance. Bae the Bloodless. Shay the Shameless. Zay the... Zay the X-ray user? I don't know. Welcome her aboard. The Xylophonist. There we go. The Xylophonist. The Black Wagon arrives in a somewhat peaceful stretch of Jamua Valley. Your companions wish to hole up here for the night and give Bae and all of you a little time to rest. Consider our options. Your fellow exiles are taking a moment to unwind when Dariel motions for you to join them. Best you get used to your new life here, reader. We seldom get moments of reprieve. Perhaps some further study of the book shall pass the time. The Xerox machine? You could join me for a stroll if you're feeling up for it. Always something to be foraged around here. Or you could teach us what you know, perhaps prepare us for the next rite. We do what we can to stay busy, and it keeps the sense of isolation at bay. You may choose from several vocations, ways in which you may spend your time usefully during free time. Study, read book, to grant small global bonuses, forage for resources, or level up a specific team member. I think the team bonuses sound more useful. Especially because I rather suspect that we're going to... It sounds like what happens is we get rid of people and they're going to cycle into new people. Happy Boxing Day, Sunaj. Thank you. You find a relatively quiet clearing to study the Book of Rites with undivided attention. Through greater understanding, comes the reader's influence. An attribute bonus you bestow to all your exiles who participate in the rites. What do you want? My people come back from banishment quicker. They move faster. Or bigger aura. I like moving. Zoomy. I like zoomy. You concentrate on your knowledge of the Eight, and how together they composed the Book of Rites, among their other feats. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or within, you cannot tell. You've gained Reader's Influence Celerity. Rank 1 of 2. Yeah, happy Boxing Day, Pizza. Thank you kindly. I hope you have had a lovely Christmas. The path to freedom beckons us to press forwards. The path leading further west splits off, and you once again, with your fellow exiles, are left to choose where to go. Bay seems enthusiastic for whichever route you choose. Why have you put everything in boxes? For that is where our enemy hides, Vama. Gluehive, the northern route across the Jamur Valley, passes through the remains of a Titan hive. Bay believes those who travel shall be as strong as Goal of the Eight Tribes, or Flatfall. Swift, yes. Speedy. More zoomy. Bay is behaving stranger. Well, stranger than usual. Or at least they are behaving in a new strange way that is different from the other strange ways in which they commonly behave. As you travel, the desolate sprawl of the Fall Flat, the southern route of the Jamur Valley, is riddled with barren rock and bone. Even the wild curs of the valley avoid the oppressive heat of this place. This was the path that Jamur Manymane ran across so many times. The sixth of the 8 scribes, known as the Brave or the Alpha Chief, united the curs under a single banner and charted half the known world. Can you not feel his presence, him and all his friends, in the sand, in the air, and all around us? At first you pay it little heed, though later you observe your fellow exiles seem to have more of a lightness to their step. Perhaps it was the previous day's rest, and it's done everyone a bit of good. You've gained 1 quickness, but only for the next... Okay, so there's 1 off bonuses. One-off temporary bonuses. En route to the Spring of Jamur, you hear about the roving slug market, which appears to be nearby. Rookie insists you take a look after you settle in. Page revealed, the last emperor. We can talk to people? Yes. While his manner is as easygoing as ever, you sense a contemplative mood. Contemplative. You were wondering about the wagon? It's a long story, but I'll keep it short. You last long enough in the downside, you start to hear a lot of crazy things. One of them I heard is that there's a group of exiles out there fighting one another for freedom, under the stars, whilst wearing masks and dresses. Everyone I was with laughed, but something about the story stuck with me, and I started to do some digging. I got in touch with Jody, who I knew. She got in touch with Rookie. He knew who to ask, and it turned out I knew how to answer. That's when we got in touch with our contact in Sandalwood, the mysterious informant. We talked only through messengers and never met in person, but I must have gained his trust. He told me to search the sandfolds, gave an exact location, told me to bring my friends. Then he said to get a reader. The wagon was almost completely buried when we found it. The minstrel was out cold in the corner, just the way you saw him. The rest, you know. The wagon isn't ours, and the robes aren't ours, and I don't know who the Nightwings are. One day, maybe we'll meet up with our informant and learn more. But now you know as much as any of us. That's how we got here, how we met you. I'll leave you to it. See you later on. Greentail family portrait. A reasonable likeness of a younger Rookie with his mother and uncle. In the words of Golgothanian, the Master General, You know perhaps the thrice-cursed name of Solom Mur, the Emperor of Sar, the first exile, and my liege. The chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life. Such was the hatred for him and around his country. In and around his country. Yet we found in Solom Mur a man transformed in body, mind, and spirit. A man deserving of much more than mercy. In time he named us all his scribes, and he became the 8th. It is it is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. To know his study is to know the rights. Hedwyn's cooking utensils. Something there looked interactable. Jodie's throw rug, fashioned from howler hide. It sends their ilk a clear message. Jodie Geradiel says not to step on it. The old raiments. Colourful robes and ceremonial masks adorn one of the wagon's walls. Oh. Spooderweb. The drive imp. Creatures such as this have been bred to push the black wagon along. Ah, those things are what power our magic cart. You observe a man slumped in the corner of the wagon, bearing some sort of stringed instrument. You sense he lives, but nothing more. It seems inopportune to ask him more now. Okay, hello, Slug. Odd creature. Hey guys, how's it going? Mr. Greentail, been a while and all that. Ruki's name. Hey Ron. It's going. Say, how come you've set up shop all the way out here? Isn't this a little out of the way? Well, let's just say you guys aren't my only customers. You see, Dad and I, we know this business pretty good. Been around the block, and so, as Ron keeps blathering, Ruki signals you in a furtive way. Here's the deal, chum. Got an informant that says there's something connected to the right here, connected to this rights business. See if you could spot it. We should be able to pawn some of our stuff and make a trade. Don't worry about Falcon Ron, a traveling sales creature and proprietor of the Downside Slug Market. So anyways, you guys got something for me or what? That plain parcel? I could take it off your paws if you want. Okay. Sell it for 30, you have then 40. I'll take it. Though you drive a hard bargain. Now you've got to take something off my hands. Mooncrest, 20. Lunar Glass, 200. Kerfang, 50. Ashen Coal, 7. So we can't afford anything. We must have the Mooncrest. After being banished, the bearer... Ooh! Sure. That is a one-of-a-kind thing you have there. You know, you got yourself a real good deal. Thanks. And then we go to the equipment thing. Any of us bozos can get a little edge out of that thing during the rites. It's just a question of who gets to try it. Each of your exiles may have a talisman equipped. Chance to come back immediately. Zoomy Man? I like the idea of Zoomy Man. Dad over here, his feet, you know, he's been having some trouble with his feet. Getting real something or other from all the hoofing it around. And so you see, Ruki indicates to you that now would be a good time to depart. See you, Mr. Greentail, and your friend there too. I like them. They seem nice, you know. Commence. As you complete the preparations for the rites, you notice Bay approaches. You notice that she too is wearing your companion's raiments. Can we go home? I thought we made it clear that these are not yours to touch. Sorry, I thought that maybe you were being funny. Unbelievable. Ah, something's happening in the sky. I think it's time. Oof.
Reader, what brings you to the spring of Jomir?
The star.
Why, it must have been the stars.
Indeed.
Although it seems that your triumvirate now numbers 4 exiles, not the expected 3. The rules of the rites were not created for you to besmirch. Prepare now to confront the fate. They still honor the traditions of the scribes, and surely have been longing for this chance. But first, you have a choice to make.
You get to choose our team members. The sky burns bright once more as your adversaries in the rites approach. Their leader is a bent old cur who regards you with a formal bow. At his side is an intense young man. I hail you, exiles of the Nightwings, and am grateful that you chose to grace us with your presence again. I am Dalbert Oldheart, and this is my son, Alma, but he's a doggo and you're a human. We don't need to greet them, father. We shall face you in the field this night. May the victor's pyre burn eternal. But first, as a token of our good faith, in show of appreciation that the Nightwings have returned, he approaches you with something in his paw. You sense his motive is sincere, and he hands you a talisman. The Tailwind Crest. Thank him and begin. The cur was very kind, and his son is so caring. When we start, I want to help you beat them. We need 3 to conduct the rite, but we have 4 besides the reader. This ought to be their call. If someone had to stand aside, this time I would volunteer. No volunteering, this ought to be their call, remember? Very well, who will it be? So who do we want to move on to non-purgatory? I think our starting 3.
Who shall conduct the rite?
Ah, we have stats. What does the green mean? Ah, it probably means we're getting buffs to it. Okay, and there's a stat for how long you stay dead. Is big number good or bad? Big number good.
We're waiting.
Yeah, I'm learning the new stats game. Gosh. Okay. You?
Jodariel.
As you will. We'll go with our original 3. You don't have to tell me twice. And... ugh, fine. You can have... Speedy Uppy Talisman. You didn't have to do this, but I'll do my best.
Very well.
Maybe next time, mister. I trust you're well prepared, for these old eyes see that the rites shall be commencing momentarily. You are quite ready too, my son? I hope so, father. Let me show you.
Now begin.
Boom! Boom! None can oppose Tank Lady. Big victory.
Now go.
Zoom!
The flames of freedom.
2 for 2. Look forth, my son. The waters of Jamur Manymane bring blessings unto this eve. Perhaps our chance has come at last. We need more blessings to prevail against them, Father. Please keep fighting. Collect moondrops.
A boon come from the stars themselves. But shall it be enough for Dalbert and his
What do they do?
son?
Zom! Zom!
Jodariel plunged into their pyre. No more than a lick of flame remains.
Ooh, little guy is really quick. Okay. Go, 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 go! Dodge. Oh, come on. I pressed Q, not W. That is my bad. That is my bad. Okay, maximum warp. Little guy. No, he span. They're juking me. There we go. Sprint.
Tough luck, Nightwings.
Hail, Dark Young. This is Pyre. I've been tricked into playing a sports ball game. Although the zoominess is fun. Ugh, I keep pressing Q instead of W because I'm an idiot.
Quite foul for the Nightwings. Alma plunged into the
No! Okay, enemy gets there first. Ooh, well done.
I thought they had you there.
Okay. Change to Speedy Guy. Meow.
Their pyre sputters.
One more and we win.
Oh, poor old Dalbert. Oh, you poor Nightwings. They simply threw it in.
Failure. Yeah, they're getting better with
Your flames grow weak.
dodging with little zoomy guy.
Old Dalbert's son went poof.
There we go. Just kill them is the answer. And then walk it in. See, the problem with Arsenal is they always try to walk it in.
The will of the 8 scribes which kept their flame alive. Perhaps you shan't be quite so fortunate next time.
It seems we have prevailed. I guess. Too bad about the fate. The Honorable Okay, so that's the other group. They seemed a decent bunch. Exiles of the Nightwings, the dawn is yours, and may you earn your freedom. But father, the dawn might have been ours. We failed, and I failed you. Nonsense. We are the fate. We do what is ordained and nothing else. Let us go, my son, for I am weary once more.
There is much to learn from this experience.
I think I begin to understand something. Okay, he can have run and sprint more, or I mean, that just seems... So I guess it's, do you want bigger battery or faster recovery? But because this affects everyone, that sounds better to me.
Reveals his stratagem.
And Rookie also levels up.
Rookie opened up his eyes.
Old Rookie's got some bite in him yet. He can have double jump triple jump. Or do bonus damage. He's not such a wimp for aura. His attack does AoE if it successfully hits someone. Ah, if Rookie scores, he doesn't have to sit out. All the jump, zoomy and jumpy, and she gets nothing. Sucks to be her.
Until the next right.
Excuse me. Would you excuse me for a moment? Huh? You're one of them? What do you want? My father needs me. I'm sorry, I think I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so embarrassed Ugh, what's the matter with you? It is against the rights for us to even speak like this. Oh, I didn't know. No one said anything to me. But all of this is so new to me, and I thought maybe you can't be serious. I like to laugh. I like to laugh a lot. And you? This is a Nightwing trick. Father told me not to speak to any of you. But I have to go. Wait! I think Alma was your name. Was that your name? Wait. Where do we go next? Also, there's a new pentagram interactable. As you return to the wagon, after besting fate, you noticed Jadariel tense up and frown. Where did he go? Huh? The sleeping guy? The minstrel, they've gone. You see that it's true, there's no trace of the lone minstrel, who'd been lying still in the corner of the wagon all of this time. You join the others and search for them outside. You've learned nothing of the lone minstrel other than what little Hedwyn told you of how they found him with the wagon. You sense their concern as they scour the vicinity. We'll worry about the minstrel, my friend. You worry about the stars and where they guide us, where we're going. We going back to the other one? Skelly Man. Everyone, we're headed back east, all the way across the valley, towards the Khan of Haub. The accursed imp here felled the mighty Bone Titan, Shaq's 6 shoulders. Not Shaq. That's right, we have to risk it. What if the minstrel guy doesn't turn up? We'll find them, this night or another. They continue to search, however the minstrel is nowhere to be found. There is still no sign of the lone minstrel, though Jodariel tracks potential signs of movements east. The same way you're headed, you consider where to search for them. Okay, so do we go back through this route? Or... yeah, I think they would have taken the opposite route, and I want to find out what happens if we go the other way anyway, so we go the other way. As you travel through the dry flats of Glue Hive. Hedwyn seems more ill at ease than usual. There is no sign of the missing minstrel. Sorry, Jody, I just had a hunch that he came this way. Would that our hunches could be more dependable. Don't fear, we'll find them yet. That sounds like a hunch. More of a promise. You pick up bits and pieces of the minstrel's significance to the exiles. He was there when they first discovered the wagon, but they refuse to say much more for now. Sand effects, quite pretty. Stop the wagon. What? How come? Because of her. They're coming for us. We have to be ready. Does she mean what I think she means? I believe so. Your exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever is out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you can learn more of their source of concern. Okay, so it wants us to go in here and fiddle with the other new things. Bay's scribe catcher, a bundle of sticks Bay insisted on hanging in the rafters. She believes it brings good fortune. The last emperor. How many nations did I scour in the name of... No, isn't that the same one? No. How many countless fell before our spears and blades? Such questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land, and our dominion grew. The emperor, Solomon Mur, paid all this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legion relished the autonomy. We did not know that the emperor cared nothing for the legions or his people. He cared only for that which was before him. One day he learned of such a thing as to befit his name and vowed to seek it out. Yes. And the guy is no longer in the corner. They come for us. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes, I know they do. What is she talking about? Howlers, and lots of them. What will we do? They fear the scribes. Calm yourself. We'll give them reason to fear us. We'll use the raiments and the books. One of us can draw them out under the reader's watch. It shall be just like one of our rides. It seems we need your help in this, my friend. We just need a volunteer to go with you. I'll do it, mister. You have to let me. The scribes, they will protect me. I know they will. Jadariel exchanges a look with Hedwyn. Each of them nods at you as if to signal their approval. You may turn on aim assist if you suck too much. The howling sound, it means that they're here. By the scribes, they're here. Fend off the howlers. Can I just run into them? It looks like I can just run into them. Zoom. G'day, Mori. Can we... Okay, hers is a bit slow. Zoom. Ah, our run is shitty in the aura. I was like, what is the downside of the enemy's shadowy aura thing? But our run is shitty in the shadow aura. No! Well, one got through. I think there's more. Here they come. Oh my god, there's some up there. No, 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 no. You never said they'd be coming from over there. New spawn locations. Oh, and I'm not allowed in this circle either. Well, this is worrying. Is it over now? It is, I think. The poor wretched beasts. Just then, Bay spots something creeping towards her. Who the... What? Ferocious little creature. Hurrah! While holding right mouse, release when you see a flash to powercast. The howling subsides, and your fellow exiles scramble out to check on Bay. You find her in one piece, along with an unfamiliar little face. Scree! Isn't he the best? Can't we keep him? Scree who? You sense a depth of experience in the creature, at least by Drive Imp standards. In fact, you feel a connection. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. Scree-cree-cree. It seems excited and frustrated. You sense some patterns to the screeches. He seems welcoming. He seems to have history with your wagon. You're beginning to understand him. He recognizes you as the new reader of the Nightwings and is pleased to meet you. He seems satisfied at having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other Drive Imps stare at him with something like reverence. The new imp seems to know his way around. And there's a new thing. Hello, new friend. They've made themselves at home. He rushes up to us. They're pleased to join the wagon. He found us thanks to the Howlers. He doesn't love them, but they know not to mess with him either. He wants to set up a nest that would ward away further trouble. He looks forward to sharing the road with us forwards. He seems happy to be back where he belongs and urges you to keep going. He bounds off towards his brethren settled in the wagon's rafters. We wanted to go to Licksand, the arid southern part. The imp wants us to go this way, or to the Khan. No, we can't go there anyway, so we don't actually have a choice. Fake choice. Boo. Edwin orders the wagon to halt, somewhere in the dry flats of Shamua Valley. There's someone on the road, be careful. The figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, although a hat and cloak conceals the figure's features. The imp rushes out towards whomever it is. The imp is riled up at the sight of them, though in a joyous way. The lone minstrel. Tizo, it is good to see you, and you found the others faster than expected. The imp called Tizo appears pleased. The lone minstrel turns towards the rest of you. We haven't met, but I know who you are, and who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could. He's also very noticeably like, I am even more grayscale than Bay. Have you walked with the scribes themselves? I think maybe you have. You had us worried when you took off. I should knock him back into his slumber. I didn't mean to cause you concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings had returned. Your client? Yes, my client. Sandalwood, your point of contact. You did not find his wagon by mistake. And what now? Continue down the path. That's why I'm here. When we meet my client, he will explain. For now, you have a job to do. And I won't interfere. I mean to accompany you. Is that all right? The others exchange looks. Welcome back. Do you have a name? I'm sometimes called Tariq. Tariq has wares? It is a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. The lone minstrel returns to the black wagon with your fellow exiles. The Khan of Haub is a foreboding sight. It is here that the next rite will commence. If you have a moment, once we've settled on these grounds... You okay, dog? Doggo is sniffling a bit. I wish to speak with you in the wagon at your leisure. Slug is here. Let's talk to him like he asked. We could also study our book for the new chapter. In the words of Golgothanium, the Master General, I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege, he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens, in the reaches of the downside. He would see a be a living legend, if only he could grasp it, whispered his ear. That Kahaliemur, rope caller, his elder and most trusted aide, would that I slew that man myself. His was a simple and yet brilliant ruse to draw the Emperor farther still from his responsibilities towards his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that we go himself. The lute. The minstrel and his white lute chronicle the journey of the Nightwings through song. Using it, you may hear glimpses of your past experiences. Okay. Ah, it's music select. Okay, I like that. That's thematically matching. The lute is choose to play other storyline music. He seems to have something on his mind. The lone minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He is still, not unlike when he was sleeping. I'll keep this brief, reader. As you shortly have a rite you need to conduct. You've read something of the Book of Rites, which means you may know something of my nature. On the contrary, you don't know what he means, and he soon senses this. Forgive me, I spoke too soon. Suffice that I have served the Nightwings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away. And Slugma, fancy running into you guys here. What can we do for you? Ugh, how did you make it here ahead of us? Come on, Mr. Greentail. I can't go giving up all my business secrets, am I right? What I can do, though, seeing as you're such a good customer, is provide you a little sample of something you might like. Check it out. Seeing as you bought the Moon Crest from me last time, I was thinking you could use this. I've got more if you want them. Pinch of Stardust. Consumable. Raises the rank of certain talismans. Okay, so we could buy a talisman level up powder. Lucrative contract. After banishing an adversary, the bearer gains 1 coin. Ooh, it gives us a way of turning attacks into money. And then things that we can... Well, actually, now we're rich enough to be able to afford this. Interact with Ron to quiet him down. Please stop giggling. So what, do I drag this on top of that? Yes, so now it's... Question mark the same? Wasn't it 2 before? I'll spend 4 to find out. I know you're gonna like that stuff. It's pretty, woof, you know what I mean? And if you want more, I know just the individual and his dad who can get it. Catch my meaning? Stop off another time. No, it goes up by 1 per. Okay. That kind of makes me want to put it on Slow Girl, so that she is at least tolerably quick. It's an absolute speed buff, which therefore makes the most percent difference on Slow Girl. And giving her the ability to make more money also sounds attractive. Can she have 2, or is this the... Okay, it's the same as a talisman. We could make Speedy Man even more speedy. But I think we make second person almost as speedy as Speedy Man. Come see us again. Okay, time for more pseudo sports ball. You gather the exiles around the sacred site known as the Khan of Haub. anticipating the hour that the rite commences. All is quiet for a time, and then, out of nowhere, charges a gangly cur. He stops short and gives you a mighty sneer. Psst! That's Barker's ash paws. Yeah. Thank you for the best wishes, Shabiggest. I hope you've had a lovely Christmas. Real piece of work. Don't make eye contact. Would you look at this? Even got one of our own consorting with the two-leggers. You're a disgrace them. Oh, he's Australian. You're a disgrace there, mate, you realise? Good to see you, Barker. You're looking well. Didn't you know you knew about the riots? Oh, I know. About a lot of things, friend. For instance, that you're about to be very, very sad once we wipe the floor with you. Didn't know whose back you scratched to earn yourself a spot on the high and mighty Nightwings, but am I gonna make sure you regret it? Ha! Because why not? You got a heated blanket? Sounds good. The cur Barker laughs away as his pack stumbles after him. You hear them howling and cackling as the stars above begin to glow. Yeah, it was a pretty cool Christmas here. Yesterday it was only 34, which is what, like low 90s in freedom units for you, Shabiggest? Positively chilly Christmas.
To the splendors of the accursed cairn of Haub. You shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point. But first, there's a tradition to uphold. This time you stand against the dissidents. Even now they hunger to defeat you. Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
They have as much health. Come on, you lot. Let's boil some blood so you know proper temperature units. Good. Then Ruki pulls you aside. Look, I don't know how to say this, but I can't go against them. Trust me on this. You sense he means it. You make a note to ask about his history with Barker, once time permits. We can take care of them. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side, I have someone here who I could recommend. Don't be coy, minstrel. Don the robes if you intend to stand with us. Not myself. The rites are not for me. I was referring to the little one. A wretched creature wearing tiny raiments. Oh, it's the imp! Appears at the lone minstrel's side. Scree! Absurd. The imp knows the rites. He knows much. So long as the Nightwings stand, he will be at their side. Though you don't need to take my word for it. Tizo? Our adversaries seem to be preoccupied. Perhaps you might show our comrades what you can do. The imp peers at you. You sense his connection to the rites as he awaits your guidance. So what, he's replacement Doggo in that he's a small and fast man? He seems excited to demonstrate his favorite tricks. Influencing Tizo may take getting used to. He's inviting you to try.
Another joins
No, he's slow.
and a mere imp.
Ah, but he has extended jump.
No, it cannot be. Then we shall see.
He can hover, 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 hover. So he can like score a point from midfield by just floating. He can float it in. The trouble with Arsenal. Hold shift to zip. Oh, and he also moves in a very boingy way. Hold right to implode. The heck? He commits suicide! No! Press T to proceed. Well done as ever, Tizo. Squawk! Well then, reader. Who will conduct the riots?
Who shall stand together here this night?
Yeah, he's not actually very quick. Although he has a big presence, actually. And I should probably try and level people up vaguely the same. So, girl. You. And we were told not to use doggo. And man needs the experience more than lady. Tizo is ready to prove himself against the dissidents. Time's up, you swill. Come on, boys. Let's get 'em.
Begin. Beware the adversary's aura or be banished.
Yeah, I don't know that I like his commit suicide. Triple kill! And then just walk it in.
The path to glory laid bare. Engulfed within the aura.
Oh, come on! I let go of the throw. Now to find out if our theory about just floating it in... No! Just floating it in is harder than you'd think. There we go. They can jump to intercept our jumps.
Simply abhorrent.
Come on, come back to life. Wow, they really like attacking. And sprint. Nah, too slow. Sprint.
The orb engulfed in fire.
Okay, 3 versus nothing. Sprint.
Headwind plunged into their fire.
Alright, the lot of you, no more mussing around. My boys and me, we're angry now. Awoo! They awoo.
Careful now. Your adversary Barter
Yeah, but they're not...
rather hard.
Their reaction speed's a bit slow.
Whatever shall you do against so fierce a foe? Poor Headwind.
Oh. Nah, they sprint one in. Oh, triple kill. And then they sprint one in. Ah, too slow on the starting to sprint. You got it pretty close to them. No. Oh.
Fortunate. Now to the flame.
Okay. Sprint, 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 sprint.
The orb quenches the flame.
No. Cross-court pass to win.
And it is done. The Nightwings prevail yet again. Their adversaries must be rather shaken.
It really does feel like this would be something where you want multiple people playing, though, rather than swapping between controlling one of your teammates at a time. Oh, wow. I thought, did we just win? Didn't we beat them? Hurrah! They're excited. Well, well, well. I'll be a heaping ball of dung. I can't believe you shoddy lot showed us what for like that. My boys and I will have to take you a tad more serious next time. Until then, be sure to tell old Rookie that yours truly remembers everything, you hear?
The right do tend to teach something of trust. A flash of inspiration.
Why did
for
she
next
get
time.
experience when she wasn't... Okay, you do get a little even if you don't participate.
Enlightenment seldom avails itself to simple ease.
Birdo has learnt. What will we give Birdo? He moves faster while zoomying or floatying. He comes back from suicide attack quicker. Suicide attack is bigger. He deals more damage to the enemy victory. If banished, he drops a... he gives the ability to teleport to where he died. That could be... That sounds conditionally strong. When he's killed, he casts suicide automatically. We can use him as a true suicide bomber. Just sprint at the enemy, and even if they attack you, you boom! When using Salute, he becomes one of the shadow thingamajigs. I don't know, I like working towards the auto suicide.
The influence of the imp scribe until the stars align.
Splendid was your guidance of the Nightwings, reader. Your fellows are fortunate to have found one such as you. May you find the freedom you seek. Oh. After overcoming the dissidents in a convincing manner, you return to the wagon and recover from the night's ordeal. To figure out how to best proceed. Are you alright, Rookie? I think so, chum. Just need a little time. Didn't count on Barker getting caught up in this. You don't owe him your conscience. You'll sort things out, you always do. Not to interrupt, but the dark of night is waning. Could you join us outside, reader? You find Jadariel and the lone minstrel gazing into the sky as it begins to grow pale. The green one? Then, it is as I feared. We are to press further north, beneath the valley, into the Flagging Hands, a gloom-filled, desolate region, beyond which lies the sea, the fetid spawn of noisome, festering, unpleasant adjectives. Basically a disgusting swamp pit. The scribes watch over us. They will protect us wherever we go. Have you been there? You wouldn't say such things. The scribes have surely turned their backs on that place. If I may, the bleakness... Oh, I accidentally... My bad! Your fellow exiles agree to turn in for the remainder of the night. At dawn, you shall have to press deeper into the downside. Come dawn, you find Hedwyn and Jadariel assessing the current situation with the minstrel. Are you certain? Yes, ma'am. I make no claim the journey will be pleasant, but it is necessary. Hedwyn motions to you as they continue talking. It seems we have some work to do once we arrive in the Flagging Hands. Let's get going. Soon as you're ready, sooner we get there, sooner we can leave. Okay. Consider how to proceed. The Flagging Hands region proves as dismal as Jadariel indicated. The air is thick and foul. How far to the Pit of Millith, where the next rite will commence? All the way across the marshlands on the coast. Would you join me in the wagon for a moment? We have things to discuss. Jadariel and Hedwyn exchange looks, and then she turns to you. See what he wants. There's a new spheroid. Thank you for your time. I have something for you on behalf of my client, an artifact called the Beyonder Crystal, an ancient artifact connected to the rites. Should the reader manage, in your eyes, present the crystal only then. You observe a shimmering crystal beside the Book of Rites. As you have surmised, the triumvirates you are confronting during the rites shall stop at nothing to prevail against you. They have prepared for this for quite some time. The Beyonder Crystal might ensure that you are well prepared in turn. It is a resource at your disposal to be used at your discretion. Gaze upon it and you will see what I mean. Let's look at it. Some of your senses fail as you look upon the shimmering surface of the crystal, though you retain a hold over your consciousness. An apparition appears before you, clad in the raiments of the rites, though incorporeal. I sense that you are not a total idiot. She reaches for the clasp on her mask. The Nightwings have returned. Where are my manners? You must be their lovely reader. Call me Sandra. We met before when you first beheld the book, when you were stuck inside of it. I was among the phantoms, your companions banished. No doubt, stroking their egos. You listened well enough to the damned voice, now I suggest listen to me. I am bound in servitude, along with any idiots whose freedom happens to be intertwined with yours. I know the rights better than anyone. I can whip you into shape if you take advantage of my services. I offer scribe trials. Special challenges custom-tailored to your people. If they can be past them, it will be worth their effort and yours. Secondly, my Beyonders, you can practice, no strings attached. You could always chat and briefly free me from an eternity of boredom. Okay, let's try one of these things. One of your failures is ready for a lesson in pain. Only doggo. You ask Sandra to administer one of her trials for Ruki. The loudmouth cur, he is ready technically, though I have a litany of reservations, but let's bring him forth. Ruki appears in heat of the summons. Why are you looking at me like that, chum? Curs such as Ruki are exceptionally quick and nimble, though they tend to deal less damage to the opposing Pyre. What's the bright idea? Some kind of trick you're playing? The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Shut your snout and listen. You are here for this. What? Your mouth runs quicker than those stubby little paws. You have much to learn if you intend to prevail in the riots. Let's see how you fare without the benefit of your comrades. Save for the reader. You and me then, hey? And there's 3 chonkers. Okay. Zoom. Except you get killed. We might be able to win this. If I throw away the ball enough. Okay, I reckon I can sprint around the others. Oh! Sprint! Go, 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 go! Now, how the hell am I going to get into the goal from here, though? Zoom. Oh, come on, I was holding sprint. Boo! Oh, sticky keys. Please never nag me about sticky keys ever again. Which is supposedly already disabled. Off. Thank you. Sorry about that. New PC issue. Oh. But they got me. Why weren't you moving? They stayed still after picking up the spheroid. Okay, sprint, 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 sprint. I need 2 more. Nah, but I zoom into the wall. Want a shot? Whoa, that was a bigger jump than I was expecting. Come on, zoomy. Oh, so close. Zoomy. Shoot. Ah, but their shoot better than my shoot. Fair enough. Zoomy. Shoot. I get them, but they get me. I get them. Zoomy. Their aura grows faster than I thought it would. Zoomy. Kill one. No, that's my fault. I should have run instead of tried to shoot. Ah, they're gonna get that. There's no way I can get there in time. Okay, zoomy, zoomy, zoomy. Rookie upgradeificated? That's how we do it, right, chum? And you acknowledge, likewise, that you didn't do it on your own? Despite having to face my demon friends by yourself, you passed my test. Congratulations are in order to the both of you. You and your lovely reader, farewell. Our lives are but a quest to join the stars. What did it do? Sandra gives me the shakes. You know what I mean, chum? What is that you've got? Jamua's Fang. A rank 5 legendary talisman. After Ruki casts his aura, it lingers longer than usual. So he can put down essentially little roads of air enemy kill. Sure. This is also new. Bird nest. Various scraps and things laced together with bits of ribbon and fabric. Topped off with a plush fish. Sure. Can we do this for anyone else? No. No, I cannot. Fair enough. No one else is ready for an upgrade-o thingy. You find everyone is feeling miserable. You sense just being in the flagging hands eats away at one's spirit. Only the imp seems unaffected. Most of your exiles lose one hope for the next rite. A moment, reader. There are several courses that we could take through the flagging hands. If you choose to prolong your stay, it could be worth your while, but your companion's spirits will more than likely suffer. Cold moat. You could get an item. The faster route, or a talisman upgrade-o thing. Let's try for the new item. The north route through the flagging hands is dismal beyond reckoning. There is talk amongst your group. Little talk, and you sense despair encroaching. Only Tizo seems unaffected. You accompany the minstrel in pursuit of his task here. Speak not directly to the living shade. Be true to your heart when responding to its inquiries, and do not attempt to look it in the eye. He offers you these words of advice as you approach the burial mounds of Cold Moat, where many exiles of the downside see their final days. A glimmer of a shade appears before you as you stand surrounded by the dead. You barely see it, and it doesn't speak, but you feel its thoughts pierce your heart and mind. According to the shade, the book that you possess may lay some of the fallen here to rest. The shade leaves you to your work. You turn through the book, locating passages concerning freedom in the spirit. You recite the words as best seem fit to each of the fallen you see. It is a draining work. The shade resurfaces after a while and leads you to a hollowed stump and then fades away. You find a Nox shroom. $50. By the time you reach the Pit of Milth, everyone besides the imp seems to be feeling worse than before. You sense their desire to leave as quickly as possible. -2 hope. We can go visit Slugma. Hey, you guys, you know this place. A lot of folks, but not a lot of customers. Know what I mean? Have a look around. We can sell our thing that is only for selling. We should give Doggo his special Doggo-only item. You should probably have it. Although our hope is pretty bad for this fight. You need leveling up the most. Really, it should be these three that fight. And then who's most likely to kill out of these three? Him. So he should have the money thing for the moment. And would I prefer 3 quickness? No, I kind of like the odds of you maybe returning instantly. Do we buy another upgrado thing, or do we save up for big expensive rock? I think we save up for big expensive rock. Must be our lucky day. I don't know what, Dad. And someone wants to talk, which is to say the book. The Emperor's collapse. It was not long before the Emperor began to crumble. Or the Empire, sorry. With my liege gone, his own country quickly turned upon itself. I must admit that the collapse had started long before the Emperor's disappearance. His decision to give chase after a myth hastened the inevitable. All the while, the rope caller stood by, awaiting such a time as he could rule in my liege's stead. He would be our people's saviour. His first charge was to organize a search for the missing Solomur warriors, pathfinders, and scholars. Heard the call and prepared to seek him out. He has something on his mind? He's relieved to see you. Listen, chum, I've got to level with you quick. You remember Barker, don't you? Not exactly easy to forget. Though, believe you me, I do try. Well, he's got me by the scruff. I've been down here a while, as you can see, but Barker, he's been here longer. He made quite a name. As for me, I needed help. I had a certain standard to uphold. I figured he would be the one to ask. Then he hesitates. But a familiar grin returns. So I owe him. Right, chum? I got people back on the other side, and just between us, we're loaded, rich. My problem with Barker, well, it's going to take care of itself as soon as my people send the money through. I'm telling you right here and now, don't even worry about it. I'm sure everything on that front will end up tidy, real soon. With that, he scampers off before you can respond. It seems he owes a debt of some sort. What is on the line exactly? You aren't sure. Bust the cobwebs. Okay, next fight. As you make preparations for the coming rite, you wonder if the stars above will even be visible through the dense fog hanging over the pit of Milith. Then, he seems concerned by something in the vicinity. The imp disappears in a hurry. Tizo, is it all right? He was so frightened. He wasn't frightened, he was issuing a warning. Silence, everyone, take cover. Jadariel quickly notes several hiding places among the nearby crags and rotted husks. You wait. Something about the place dampens your senses. You feel a creeping dread. Then, from the shadows, a writhing shape slides forwards, its hulking form draped in the raiments. It stops. Slowly, its head turns from one side to another. Wise of you to hide yourself from us, little Nightwings. You trespass on the resting place of the astral born. We shall see when the stars muster the courage to illuminate this place. It vanishes into the dark. After a time, your companions reconvene. Was that a bog crone? Serpent creatures native to the Commonwealth's southern bogs. They are widely feared. Indeed, that was Witch Udmild, an ancient witch with an unhealthy obsession for Yislach, the astral-born monstrosity of the Withdrawn. Harum! He has no love of them. Although the rites dictate she cannot harm you bodily, with her... well, best not to take unnecessary chances. We'll take what chances we can get in this, everyone. It's time.
Made it all the way to the detestable pit of Melith. In doing so, of course, you have disturbed your ancient adversaries, the Withdrawn. The deranged witch who leads them has big plans in store, should she prevail in all this. Now, as you know, I normally would wish you a shameful defeat. But in this case, I wish you a little bit of luck.
The crone sees your companions gathered by the pyre. A little flame as that shall never warm you here, much less survive the night. Hear us, Yislach. Make the Nightwings suffer. Rookie trots forward from your ranks. Listen here, you old bag. You don't scare us one bit. You or your buddy, Yislach. Now, we doing this or what? The question hangs in the air longer than is comfortable. It does seem to have drawn Udmild's attention. Rookie begins to squirm. Then she moves her slender fingers to the mask. Foolish, Yislach shall grow, shall grow, shall grow. He shall consume you ere your little flame has died. That we shall ensure. She slides off towards her followers. Rookie remains motionless for a time. Whoops!
Now we shall get started.
Okay, we wanted you, and you,
Tizo. Bay.
and you.
Rookie. Now.
I don't suppose the crone's got it out for me, do you? No matter where you go, Yislach will find you and devour you.
Commence.
Start. Zoom. Score 1.
Wings assert themselves thusly.
And we might be able to float it in?
Yes.
Not quite. Zoom. Shoot.
Was flung right in.
Try to...
Careless.
That's my fault. Zoom. Followed by...
Rookie plunged into
Walk
their
it in.
fire.
Suicide attack was slightly too far away.
You have it. A blow against the
We
adversary's fire.
fly it in. The lifeblood of Yislach. It flows within the lair. Beneath this world, his blood will engulf you. in its blackness and despair. Okay, she adds little pools of
The
naughtiness,
witch invokes a profane name I shan't repeat.
but speedy, we just zoomy it in.
Get out, Tizo.
Oh, a second dodge. The enemy gets their first score. Bull, but okay. Zoom, dodge. I thought I pressed dodge, but apparently not.
An opportunity.
Zoom. Using Rookie, deal 200 damage. The Fast Talker. Campaign. Achievement unlocked.
Just once more.
Yeah, he's not very good at running, but I kind of feel like we were over the enemy, but apparently not.
Do it.
Like, I felt like we were over the enemy Pyre, but it didn't register. Hover,
That's it.
hover.
Oh.
Triple kill.
There.
Zoomy. Shoot.
Oh, ah.
One. What a tease. Hover. Zoom.
Red-handed.
Zoom. No. Oh, too many suicide. Shoot. No! Okay, and then zooming around the bottom. There's no way they can intercept.
And it is done. The Nightwings once again prevail. The scribes themselves surely have taken note. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Tizo praises everyone's courage against Udmildhe and the Withdrawn. The scribes, they vanquished Yislach, just as we prevailed tonight. See, the bog dwellers, they're just a bunch of hissy talk. Yislach, we have failed you, and the deed shall be repaid in blood. As for ye, fools, you will be consumed, and everything around you, from the soil to the stars, you will see.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
Doggo got a fair bit of experience.
Something's
Girl got a
awakened
modest.
in the touched girl.
The scribes whisper to me, as they do from time to time. A brief charge up before Bay jumps or sprints is eliminated, more or less. She jumps and jumps further. Enemies are slowed while she sprints. Ooh! If she's killed while jumping, she instantly respawns at the start of her jump. She attacks quicker. She's really good at throwing. She gains a short-ranged teleport? Holy. She can run and boing limitlessly if she's the ball holder. Yeah, I like that more.
A devious
We
trick
do this
from the
tree.
rope collar.
That's it?
Until the next rite.
Having prevailed against the withdrawn soundly, you and the others have some moments to recover from the ordeal and the relative safety of the wagon. Can we get out of here? Greentail, had enough of Udmild's hospitality? Jody, thanks. I'm good. The reader and the stars will point the way as ever. It's just so far. We've kept going north. If this is the case again, the Sea of Solace spreads north and west from here. For untold leagues, I couldn't tell you when the last vessel dared to sail those waters. Tizo asserts himself during the conversation. What is it, little one? Hurrah! He's trying to get you to come look at something outside the wagon. Let's see what he wants. You excuse yourselves and follow the imp into the darkness of the night. You find Bane, the lone minstrel, gazing up at the stars. Can you not read the stars yourself then, minstrel? It isn't as simple a matter of can or cannot when it comes to me, Bay. We'll see what the reader has to say. Here he is, in fact. Thank you for fetching him, Tizo. Screeha! Tizo is happy to have helped the minstrel. It would seem the skies have cleared to some extent. Look on the stars and see where they compel us to go next. So I suspect we need to go down and right. No. Where do we go? Oh, here. The rites beckon you north, towards the middle of the Sea of Solace. That's not good. You are joking, right? Does the reader seem like the joking type to you, Greentail? Don't argue with the stars. You talk like we can just go out into the water. Pardon my interruption, though perhaps we can. Say what? My client, Sandalwood, had a way of anticipating this eventuality. West of here lies a place called Big Bertrude's. Not Gertrude, Bertrude. The proprietor is an old companion of his. She may be able to assist us. Hedwin's smile returns. Sounds like our best shot. Let's pack it up and move as soon as possible. And what do you want me to look at? It must be him, right? There's something I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? It won't take long. I know your time is precious. Hear him out. You bid him continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. I would further note, matters that pertain directly to the riots I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. In any case, when you confronted them, you might recall she tended to invoke a certain name, Yislach, the Astralborn. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Udmildhe for mere nonsense, but her words, as it turned out, ring with truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, the land was less hospitable, if that could be believed. It was ruled over by the greater Titans, and one, called Yislach, was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it, and they used Yislach's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rites. But it didn't truly die, for by some accounts it seems incapable of death. It is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. Its vow is to devour the land and everything in it. Only then can it return to whatever plane banished it to ours. In a way, it is an exile, just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it will be many ages hence. Thus the ravings of Udmildhe are more or less inconsequential for a while. But the history is inexorably linked to the rites, and therefore it must be known. I trust you will research the book, and it will lead you to discover more in time. I hope that this is some reassurance, and now I leave you to your more immediate concern. Check how everyone is faring. He heads out and into the evening, bidding you a good rest of that. Do we have new book thing? I don't think we do. Yeah, nope. Alright, but we will continue the journey next time. I've quite liked this. Aside from being tricked into playing Sports Bowl, like, I like the characters, it's got nice art, it's had nice music. It would be the upgrade system gives you immediate transparency of what you're working towards, aside from maybe with the trinket talisman-y things, but the, like, character upgrading system immediately gives you clarity on what you're working towards, as well as what the stats mean. Many games could learn from this rather than obscuring everything, so yeah, keen for more. We will soon.